Jenga type thing. I don't even know what it was.
Oh, they had to find a remote control or something in it.
Was it?
You're right. That was weird.
Oh, it was weird.
So after Kim's one, she went to the diary room and she said, "Oh, I'm looking forward to some peace and quiet and laughter with my husband. Oh, big brother."
Yeah, I bet he's thinking the opposite.
Yeah. She's probably got a good relationship with him. I've heard he's a bit of a goer.
Yeah, she did say that. She was there.
My first husband, he should have been gassed at birth. What a brilliant thing to say. And Jamie was in the garden doing like tricks, like a dog does for a treat with a potato. Do you remember that? He was like trying to catch a potato in his hood.
Yeah. The only potato reference I remember this week is that Kim's arse looks like a 10 pounds of King Edward.
Who said that?
Kim, she said, my bum is like a 10 pounds of King Edward style.
Oh, that's sad.
It probably is though.
So then Colleen and Bianca had to go into a family portrait room.
Oh, it's a lovely gallery.
With Shane Ritchie Jr. and Gaz's wife.
Who's Shane Ritchie Jr.?
That's Colleen's son.
Colleen had a child with Shane Ritchie?
Yeah, Colleen was married to Shane Ritchie.
Brand new information for me. I thought he was married to Cat Slater. Jesse Wallace. In real life. Yeah, so it's on and off screen.
He even looks like Shane Ritchie in the photos.
I couldn't tell. I didn't look at like a sort of photoshopped image of a man and go, that looks like Shane Ritchie. People are like, who's Shane Ritchie? The American listeners are like, what?
No, never mind. They're used to all our Z listeners.
Just Google Alfie Moon. That's
yeah.
what it is.
So then there was some chili eating going on, which was just a task that Jedward set them.
Yeah, it was voluntary. It wasn't like when Mikey ate the chili.
Where did they get the chilies from, though?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Chili eating is a Big Brother staple, isn't it?
It is a staple.
With the fish skirts and the electric shock suits. I don't like the electric shock pads. They're not as good as the suits. Bring back the suits.
Oh, they've always been pads in suits, though.
No, but you
it's
need
just a
the
slender
full,
tone.
You need the full...
All over?
Yeah.
What, shock to the heart?
You need the lycra, that sort of thing.
The actual...
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they just put them in their pants this time?
Yeah.
In their normal clothes?
Boring.
No.
I said that.
That electric shock task was not in the main show, though.
I know.
Did you watch it on YouTube as well?
No, I'm confused.
People were complaining
about this.
because it didn't make the edit.
Yeah.
But it's because, I don't know, some shit with Jamie and Bianca was going on.
I think I saw it on a bit of it on bots or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. I was confused about that.
They kind of made it a YouTube exclusive.
Then I start to doubt my own mind over what I have and haven't seen. It's just like I get confused. It's no wonder I don't know what I'm doing with my podcast. So then Jamie was slagging off Deadwood to Nicola, going, "I think John looks like a pop star, but I don't think Edward does."
They look identical, you fucking moron.
It's like, what?
Is it because one was wearing gold and one was wearing silver?
Makes no sense. And then Jedward and Nicola and Jessica all had to get a video. Oh, and Speidi had to get one from Stephanie Pratt. Let's face it, they don't care about her.
Jedward's was from Tara Reid.
Jedward's from Tara Reid.
Friend of the show.
You think Jedward would get one from their mum rather than Tara Reid?
I think Big Brother just wanted to pull in another celebrity contact from the past. Yeah.
And then Jessica had one from her 3 boyfriends. Kim. Such a bad joke. Nicola had one from her feral children, and Jedward said, "We've got to do it."
Better behave than Jedward.
Jedward said, "We've got to do it for the other housemates. They're such good people, backstabbers." Jedward have started to go proper nasty.
They said backstabbers about them.
They said backstabbers.
Well, it's getting very dark in there, according to Spencer and Heidi.
Yeah. I don't know the way they put Jedward on blast.
Me neither.
Did you notice someone obviously talked to them in the break? Because
really?
they were not in the break, but...
Don't forget, I missed when they walked out the house.
In between, because they were slagging off Jedward loads in their exit interview, then when they're on bots, they were all pro Jedward again. They were like, oh yeah, we were affected by what had happened that day, but Jedward had been good friends to us throughout our whole time in the house. But obviously something had happened that day.
Actually, don't talk about that because we're setting them up to be in the final.
I think probably their family member or whoever they spoke to said, "Oh, Jed would have been supporting you the whole time,"
maybe.
Or something like that. Jed would have been supporting you. They chose you first in housemate bingo. So then I think it was Edward, although it could have been John, said, "Oh, Nicola, do you know where I put these scissors back in the drawer in the kitchen?" Like, why are you looking at me like that? You're looking at me as if I'm the devil. It's like, what? And then they're
This
like,
is Nicola to one
yeah,
of them.
to them. And then they're like, oh, Nicola, you look like you've got different eye makeup on today. And she's like,
Yeah.
go fuck yourself. Like, what?
She's very insecure about that wandering eye, that's why.
Then she's like, you're a little prick to them.
I just went to the diary and went, I don't even give a shit how I look. Well, your reaction says otherwise. Yeah.
And everyone's going, oh, she does care because she's wearing a t-shirt with the plastics on. It's like, oh, whatever. I don't think we should really... Reminds me of that woman who allegedly murdered her boyfriend in the outback, and then she had like...
What?
She had like... This is such a deep cut. She had like at the press conference when they were trying to find his body, she had a t-shirt on that said cheeky monkey. Everyone moaned at her and said like she killed him because she had the cheeky monkey t-shirt on. That's what how I feel. Yeah, that's how I feel about Nicola with his plastics t-shirt on. And everyone's like, oh, she is plastic. It's like, it's just a t-shirt. It's just a t-shirt. Get over it.
She's allowed to like make light of the fact she's had a boob job.
Yeah.
At least she's not pretending that she hasn't.
That's true. That's about the only thing she's got going for her is looks. Showing her personality.
No, she's a lovely girl. She's just absolutely horrible.
She's a little bitch. And then Calum's going, oh, it's been a long day, everyone. Did you notice Calum seemed to be wearing the old edited out jumpsuit?
I did. They're just choosing to wear it whenever now these days.
It looked more disgusting than...
It was browner than it was
Yeah,
before.
it looked horrible.
Yeah, it was, in fact, the edited out one was nicer.
It was.
Fruit of the loom, that was.
And then, oh, God. And yeah, Nicola's going, I didn't watch the video of my children because I was getting food for Jedward's motherfucking arses. Is that how Jedward eat their food? Put it up their motherfucking arses.
It's a lot of chicken to go up there.
And then she said, I borrow you my concealer for your spots.
Borrow you my concealer.
I borrow you it.
Oh, fuck off, Nicola. Learn some grammar.
Yeah, you learn.
Grammar snob.
And then, there was more chilli eating, whatever.
Who was eating the chilies this time?
Jamie and Bianca the second time round. And they said, get that milk in you. Then they passed the task, so Big Brother played a really crap song over the thing, and James C was like, just walked off into the garden because he doesn't enjoy music.
Yeah. He just like sat it out. I was going to ask actually, because I'd forgotten what the consequence was of this task. Was it just was it food, the shopping budget?
Yeah, it was food.
We did actually see them doing a shopping budget this week for the first time this whole series, so they do still do the shopping.
Yeah, we did. We're coming to that.
I think Jen would actually go out and get it as well, but we don't see it.
James C is such a miserable sod though. He's such a party pooper. Won't even like have a dance. Kim was like, she wasn't dancing.
Yeah, well, Kim
but
doesn't
she was
care
smiling.
about her image. I think James C is too caught up about how he's coming across and what he looks like. He just thinks you're coming across as a boring piece of shit. What is he? Something piece of shit.
Oh yeah.
just sitting on a bench the whole time.
His own men killed him. And then Jessica was like had the hiccups and she was lying on the couch, and they were going, oh, she actually thinks she's going to win, and Heidi said she's not winning, and Spencer said
lucky to come sick.
Spencer said she's winning at being here, i.e. she's lucky to even be here. And then it's quite ironic. Quite ironic though that they went out straight after her.
Oh, that's true. But yeah, I did think Heidi's analysis of the game was on point when she went, she'll be lucky to get sixth.
Yeah. Well, I know, but oh god. This is when Calum said he's got a bad ear. They're like, what's wrong with you, Calum? Why aren't you drinking? He's like, oh, I'm not feeling well. And then they're like, he's like, I've got a bad ear. And Spencer's like, oh, Calum's sick and trying to get better, so don't talk to him about it. Just like trying to wind him up. And then Calum's going, look, I respect people. Yeah. Well, Calum does talk about how he respects people.
I don't know if this was earlier in the week, but there was like a live feed scandal where another one where Calum had said, oh, Big Brother's not going to do anything to me because they want a nice guy in the final or something like that. Yeah, apparently
he said that on the live feed,
something like that. I've seen it somewhere, and now he's just like lying in bed.
Being like a self-proclaimed nice guy, but he is going to be in the final, isn't
he? I think he is.
Of course he is.
Yeah,
it's obvious.
He's probably going to be a finalist, like top end of the final, I would say.
Fucking hell. No, I don't think he's strong enough. Well, having said that, there's so much crap in there.
I don't want to think about it.
No, you're right.
It's not going to be enjoyable.
And then Speidi went to the diary room and they said, oh, I don't see Calum calling us after this and saying, hey mate, let's have a cup of tea and some crumpets. I'm still obsessed with English food. And then they said, we're coming for James C's head and nose. I want to bite...
Don't let that nose thing lie.
I know. I want to bite his nose off before he bites mine off. You can't come for James C, though, because he's got eternal immunity.
Oh, yeah.
So
but
you can't.
You could still bite his nose off, though.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, Miss Spidey's DRs. The way she sits, like, really far away from him on the chair.
Yeah, but I noticed at the start of the series, they were sitting together on the chair.
Oh, and they think they're falling out.
Yeah, they're crumbling, aren't they?
Could be. So then we're on to the eviction. Have we got the stomach for it?
Have we got the time for it?
Hold on.
Welcome back, you chicken-livered buggers. We're up to speed. We've just caught up with the Saturday night show, which has brought us full circle around to the eviction, which happened earlier.
A day
earlier. So, yeah, it's Jessica's eviction.
Did you like Emma's dress that she was wearing?
I said it looked like a Santa dress crossed with a summer dress. It's like someone had like put some applique flowers onto a Santa dress that she'd got out the...
What the fuck is a Santa dress?
A Mrs. Santa dress. I think it's off the M&S advert this year from...
Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus, yeah. Out the dressing up box.
Embroidered flowers on the collar.
Yeah, I think she found it down the back of the task team office.
Fucking awful, as usual. Goes without saying, really. Now, Jedward decided to do some sex education for Jamie and Bianca.
Dr. Grimes, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah, Professor Grimes, I think.
That's good.
But I thought he didn't take enough air out of the end of that condom. Didn't you not think the same?
It's probably because Jedward ain't used condoms ever.
No, apart from to blow them up and put them on
yeah,
the head.
it's water balloons. I'm not sure about the condom etiquette, to be honest. I don't use condoms.
Yeah, take note, Bianca. That's
what
grim.
a disgusting thing to say, and to say on TV.
Was it John that was doing the sex ed?
I have no idea.
I wish you took time to get to know their names.
I know, I do feel bad about that.
If they looked so identical.
If they looked just slightly more different, then it would help. But when he went in there, he's like, oh, do I dare go in there and do it? They're like, go on, do it.
Even Spencer was like egging him on.
And then Nicola's just like looking at him like just disgusted. It's like, they're only trying to have a laugh, you know, they're not doing anything that bad.
I think it was John, I'm not sure, but then the other one, I think Ed was like, oh my god, they all look so serious. And they're like, as if like, is this really not going down well? Abort.
But the good part is they do still just keep doing these things. They don't get deterred. They just carry on trying.
It's like, this is the scene and we're going to play it out.
Yeah. And this is when Jedward asked Kim if she'd ever fucked on a table, but we covered that earlier.
Oh, we can cover it again. That was the best conversation of the series.
Did you used to spin around to her? And she went, sure I did.
Sure I did. You do that when you're young, don't you? My love. I tell you what, if I did a silhouette on the table now, they'd take me to the asylum.
I think she knew what he was talking about.
Oh, right? She did. She played along.
Oh, my love.
Oh. Rotten buggers.
Now, Jedward were getting a lot of airtime this episode because they started doing the shopping list.
They do still do a shopping list? What? Was it on a chalkboard or was it on a generic tablet?
It was on an iPad, which also gave them all the day's headlines. No,
was it banana?
Probably not. Don't A it, you're a joke. So then
yeah, but who's steamrolled in?
Nicola, of course, McLean. One hand over her eye.
Yeah,
as usual.
Googly eye. But I felt that Jedward seemed really put out by this. They were quite into that shopping list.
Were they anti-corn-fed chicken?
What do you prefer, organic or corn-fed?
It's like, oh, I don't like the corn-fed chicken.
You know, full of shit. There's more shit in it. They said the corn-fed one has more shit.
It's got more corn in it, that's for sure.
But like, can't it be organic and corn-fed?
Yeah, I think corn-fed is nice, but
it just looks a bit yellow. I don't really know the difference. Like, has anyone asked the chickens what they like to eat? Can we get Margie on the phone?
Corn-fed is dearer, so you think it would be nicer, but not necessarily, I guess. Then Calum was moaning about Jedward, saying, oh, the whole thing is a performance. Yeah, awful to perform when you're on TV, isn't it? Much better to just sit there carping, looking like a potato.
but is it a performance? Because I think that is actually what Jedward would have liked, to be honest.
And he said he felt ganged up on by Jedward.
Gang-handed? Across Nicole, you've got the mafia on you.
So then John and Edward were moaning about...
John and Edward?
were moaning about Nicola coming out to take over the shopping list, they said that bitch just came out of nowhere.
The Blair Witch.
No, that was with the shower gel.
Yeah, no.
But it was the same day.
Oh shit, the Blair Witch is coming.
And then he said they're all a pack of arseholes. And they said no one says how are you to them or even ask their name. Oh, that's sad. I like the fact they just suddenly started calling Nicola a bitch. She's a little bitch. She's a lovely person.